what are practical exercises to help people to really be clear about what they really, really want?
Spending time with yourself. We don't spend enough time with ourselves. We don't understand what we really need. And so for that, silent sitting as a practice is very important. Every day, giving some time to yourself to be silent. No reading, no listening to music, no watching anything, nothing. There's no activity happening. You're just closing your eyes, going within. And become comfortable first. Learn how to concentrate, just being with yourself. So concentration can be learned through either looking at objects or just go within and focus on your breath. Maybe start counting from 1 to 10, 1 to 100 if that helps. But the reason why I'm saying this is because you can't go to deeper stages of meditation and silent sitting if you don't learn how to be comfortable sitting in silence. So if you're constantly moving, fidgeting, if you're restless, then there's no purpose served while sitting in silence. So first, practice concentration. Once you concentrate and you ask the question, what do I really want? What is it that can really make me feel fulfilled from within? Ask the question and then just get silent. Just observe. There could be some sensations in the body. There could be your breath getting slower. It could be certain movements you feel in different parts of your body. There could be an inner voice you hear. Sometimes there could be images that you see. Whatever it is for you, maybe it doesn't come immediately for you. So continue that question every day. Also keep a pen and a book ready. So this is a very powerful practice where whatever thoughts you get, you immediately write them down before you lose them. See, because we are so filled with so many thoughts of what we have to do next in the day, we may sometimes lose out on these ideas.
Yes.
So another thing that can really help people is to hold the pen in their non-dominant hand. So generally if you use...
Tell me more about that.
Yes. If you use the pen generally and you write with your right hand, your non-dominant hand becomes, of course, your left hand and vice versa. Why? Because generally the dominant hand makes you think more logically, right? Because you're using more of it. Your non-dominant hand becomes something different that your brain is not used to. So it takes more notice of what you're doing and saying. And as you do that, you automatically notice you get more thoughtless. Now, most people who will hold the pen in their non-dominant hand will notice that their breath gets slower, number of thoughts reduce, and they're able to focus and concentrate more. So practice that if you're struggling to come up with any ideas, any answers at all. Just hold the pen in your non-dominant hand. Just hold and ask the question, what is it that I can do that can change my life? What is it that I could go after that could improve my life, change my life? Something that can make me feel happy from inside, joyful and fulfilled from inside. Ask the question a few times while you hold the pen in your non-dominant hand. And do that every day.
Wow.
Sometimes answers can come very quickly. Sometimes it could take a while, but answers will definitely come. In fact, what will happen is, anytime in the day, you may not be holding that pen and doing this practice. Suddenly a thought may come, an idea may come. So I always tell all my students and clients, ask this question, sit with this practice for about 20 minutes every day. Whatever answers come, write, then leave it. Then in the day, if a thought comes, make sure you have your book, write it down. Again, next day, start the practice at the same time in the morning. So as you do this, you definitely gain more clarity. Also, what happens is, because you're pursuing with a question every day, your subconscious begins to feel this is an important question.
Okay.
So it begins to look to answer it for you.
Yeah.
So it will want to bring you resources that can help you answer this question. That means it can give you the right ideas, it can present the right opportunities, it can bring the right people. Maybe it will bring the right book before you. Maybe it will bring the right conversation before you. So it's going to start cooperating with you to help answer this question for you. So pursue the question, persist with that question every day until you feel you have gained clarity.
What is the most powerful question that we can ask?
What is it that makes me fulfilled from within? Because if you look for fulfillment, then whatever you do is going to bring you a lot of money. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. and it's going to bring the right people in your life.
Yeah.
So even though the question can differ for different people, but if you have a specific question, that could also be asked. Let's say a person is confused between two careers. Ask that specific question. There is no harm in asking a specific question. But if you don't have that specific question in mind, ask what really can make you fulfilled and happy. If you do that, then automatically answers will start coming. Or keep it very simple. If you're really serious enough about your purpose, ask, what is my purpose in life? And then see what comes up for you.
So I love what you said, and really resonated with me. Before I used to have a lot of questions. I didn't know what I wanted to do next. And the funny thing is, so I spent 10 days with myself. I did a retreat for myself, and I went in silence.
Wow.
And that's where the magic happened. I could clearly see so many things that I could not see before, because I was able to sit in silence. And of course I did a deep work. And then after that, I kept doing. So that now I do that every day. So I do meditation every day, because I understood the power of concentration, and also of just sitting in silence. So I really, really resonate, and I really recommend that to everyone to do.
That's why silence is considered to be the first step in spiritual discipline.
Yes.
You have to start with silence.
Yeah.
No matter what you're seeking in your life, you need to get silent. The irony is that people think that manifestation is all about doing some activity.
Yes.
Right? Visualizing, writing, going after something, speaking. But the best practice for manifestation actually is going to silence, because you're able to correct your energy and vibration in those moments.
So powerful. So good.